You think the game is buggy? I honestly, I've played a decent amount. I haven't experienced any bugs yet. I mean, I figured it would be buggy because Madden 19 was one of the buggiest video games I've ever played, next to like Skyrim. Actually, I mean, Madden 19 still put Skyrim like tiers below how buggy Madden 19 was, but I mean, you figure they won't fix everything over 1 year. But I've been impressed. Like, I have not experienced the bugs that I was getting in Madden 19. Paul Posluszny. I mean, I'm putting Saquon ahead of Paul Posluszny. Posluszny's a great player, but all right, we got the 2-6 Raiders. We got a chance to get to 4-4. We got Rodney Anderson coming back from injury. We're gonna lower fumbles. We're going to go up to 74. Another Twitch Prime. You guys are making my night. That's like 4 or 5 tonight. I cannot say how much I appreciate you guys for the Twitch Prime subs. Best NFL player from Texas A&M. Isn't that pretty easy? Von Miller? Is there anyone else that's even in the conversation there? I mean, Mike Evans, he's not even close to Von. Lots of upgrades. All right, we'll do Renell Wren. I like Renell Wren. I'm curious to see if he gets on the field for Cincinnati. Yeah, Nick, I think you boost it to lower fumbles, I believe. Best player from the Kentucky Wildcats. Man. It might be Randall Cobb. I mean, Josh, if you want to just talk about their Kentucky career, I feel like Josh Allen. All right, this is a big opportunity here, boys and girls, if there's any girls watching. Oh, Trevathan's from Kentucky? Yeah, I'll go Trevathan. This is likely our last game. We might get one more in, we'll see, but this is probably our last game of this stream before we switch over to Ultimate Team. But we have a chance to get to 500 here. We'll see how long the game takes. We'll probably play 2 more. All right, 3rd and 1. There you go, AJ. All right, red zone alert. You know what's funny is 90% of you probably have no idea that there's a dog right here because the screen is so small. God, Joe Mixon, you get hurt all the damn time. He's been easily our best player this year. Him or John Ross. Oh, God. Terrible read. I don't know why I thought that was man coverage. Uh-oh. I am not a Bears fan, no. I try to diversify my portfolio. I do like Walter Payton a lot. But I also got a Rams helmet here. We got a Packers mug here. I got a DeAndre Hopkins bobblehead here. Behind my computer over there, I've got a Carson Wentz. Oh, our defense scored. When did that happen? I guess we're simming. I get confused. Go get it, Boyd. Oh, he almost got it. My favorite college team, I don't really have one. It's the University of Minnesota, but they're always so bad that it doesn't matter. I like college players. I kind of like I do with the NBA. I like players, not necessarily teams. Who's the best player from Canada? Nate Burleson. Yeah, I can't say I know a lot of players from Canada. All right, we're gonna go max protect. Make sure we're blocking these boys up. We're gonna send it to John Ross. Go get it, big boy. Oh, picked off. What's up, Furry Mule? What's up, Big Testo? The last deep dive's coming out tomorrow. I'm gonna be getting it done tonight, and it'll be up tomorrow during the day. Thanks for asking. I'm happy with it. It was one of my favorite recordings to do. That and the oh God, that was lucky that the safety just didn't go for it. David Onyemata's a good player. That's a good Canadian pick. But yeah, it feels good too to be done with the deep dives, because now you guys can ask me about anything. I don't have to hold back. I don't have to say, "Oh, you gotta wait for the deep dive." But also the podcast is gonna resume, which I'm very excited about. I'm actually trying to figure out what I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna have a video podcast at some point this year. Oh, nice hit. Trevor Lawrence is a better Clemson QB. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is probably the best college quarterback we've ever seen, and he's only played a year. He's just ridiculous. What are my opinions on Daniel Jones? You must be new. I don't like him. I thought it was a terrible pick. I had a second round grade on him. I think he was my 6th quarterback. I liked Will Grier better. Do I ever guess on the podcast? I haven't yet, but it's only a matter of time before I do. Usually it's just me talking into a mic. All right, we got a 2-minute drill. It's a high-scoring game. Deep dives for fantasy football? I probably don't have time to do that in time, unfortunately. The idea was that if you listen to all the deep dives, you kind of know who I'm high and low on. I mean, I only have so much time to do stuff, right? I would love to focus more on fantasy football, but... Oh, get it, AJ. Gah. They want me to just go conservative. It's probably smart. I do plan on getting my tier-based player rankings out for my patrons, as promised. I don't know if I'll have much fantasy football related content for the non-patrons, though. Why did we... Did I mean to go for it there? Like, that was a total mistake. But did they suggest that I do that? I thought I was calling by suggestions. I wasn't paying attention, but wow. Okay. Here comes the blitz. Good job, Ebron. Timeout. There you go, Boyd. Oh, he dropped it. Let's just run this. Come away with the field goal, maybe. We're going to go for it. Go for the field goal. Try to get Brett Coleman on the podcast. I probably will once the podcast becomes more established. Oh, he's short. Damn. Brett and I could shoot the shit for sure. I've never had any contact with him, but there's no reason we shouldn't collab on something. There you go, Jesse Bates, my dude. Let's go. Good coverage. All right, 23 and 17. One of these days, too, something, because I'm trying to mix up what I'm streaming, right? I'm going to do Ultimate Team. Another thing I should do is a fantasy draft. Yeah, feel. There you go, AJ. Still got it. Let's go. Let's go a little. Oh, never mind. Red zone alert. I was going to go hurry up there. I mean, fantasy draft would just be fun, right? Wouldn't necessarily have to go, like, super deep into it. Oh, he got it. Let's go. All right, AJ is going off. Defense needs to stop. It's a good game. I'm a big fan of doing these play the moments. This might be the new go-to for this for the streams because I don't focus as much. So it's easy to like it's just very easy to flow with the play the moments. It keeps things moving. Is there a positive on the Giants besides Saquon? Their O-line's heading in the right direction. Oh my God, what a spin by Jacobs. I mean, you got a great guard combo. Now, they totally fucked up when they took Dexter Lawrence over Andre Dillard. Like, are you serious? That was almost worse than taking Daniel Jones at 6. Like, what are you going to do with Dexter Lawrence? You already have 2 good interior linemen. Like, just pick up Danny Shelton and draft fucking Andre Dillard, you idiot. God. What a dumb... Just thinking about it gets me so frustrated. Because it's like, how is that guy an NFL GM? I know I could do a better job myself. It's awful. Like, if you draft Andre Dillard, you all of a sudden kick Solder over to right tackle. You have your franchise left tackle. You got a franchise left guard. Zeitler's not old. Oh no, he gave up on his route. Like, you want to trade away Odell Beckham? I disagree with it, but that's fine. But to draft a fucking nose tackle with that pick, if I was the owner, I would fire Gettleman on the spot. I wouldn't let him make my next pick. Because they already screwed up not taking Darnold. Go get it, Green. Oh my God. AJ Green playing for the money. I don't know if we necessarily have to play this, but maybe we can walk away with a pick or something. What do I think about the holdouts? Gordon, Williams, and Elliott. All right. I got opinions on that, and I like that question. We are definitely going to keep playing, by the way, because that game did not take nearly as long as I thought it would. All right. Let's start with Trent Williams. He's got every right to hold out. The Redskins, like, he thinks their medical staff has handled him like shit, which, and by the way, I'm going to start swearing because I got opinions on this. So if you don't want to hear a potty mouth, you can just get out. Trent Williams, totally fine with that holdout. Redskins medical staff, clearly not A grade. They've had worse injury luck than, honestly, any professional team in all of sports, in my opinion. So I'm fine with that. He deserves a contract extension. He's played through injuries. he deserves to play for a better team. He's one of the best tackles in the history of the league. So I'm fine with that. Melvin Gordon, I love Melvin Gordon, and I think he should get paid to a degree. He's in a shitty spot, though, because like I keep saying that these running backs need to go to the CBA and make it so they're not getting, if you're a first-round pick, you're on a 5-year contract. Like, most running backs, even if you're a first-round pick, are not lasting more than 5 years. So, not only does he not get paid, but by the time that contract's done, he's, like, beaten and broken, and no one wants to pay Melvin Gordon $15 million. If his contract was up after his 3rd season, he would have gotten a big contract. And he's a good player, but he's worth $10 to $12 million. He's not worth $15, $16 million like those other running backs. So I understand him holding out, but he has no leverage. That's what sucks about him. I'm not going to criticize him for doing it, but the Chargers, like Josh just said, or he brought up Eckler and Jackson. Like, if Eckler and Jackson can't get the job done, then yeah, he's all of a sudden got leverage. But the problem is, those running backs will be just fine, and the Chargers will be just fine without Melvin Gordon. It's just the reality of the running back position. It's very replaceable. Now, Zeke fucking pisses me off. That pisses me off. Like, dude, and we saw this from Jerry Jones, too. So, not only, he was drafted 4th overall, ahead of a guy like Jalen Ramsey, who everyone thought should have been the pick for the Cowboys. Jerry Jones was like, we need a running back. Jerry Jones, from the get-go, has stuck his neck out for you. So, by doing that, he already made you one of the highest-paid running backs in the NFL, just by default of being a top 4 pick. Like, he's already made probably $25+ million, which is more than Melvin Gordon's ever made. So, not only have you been paid, Zeke, you are 2 weeks away from a lawsuit. Last year, Jerry Jones literally went to war with the NFL commissioner, sticking his neck out for you, like risking his reputation inside of the league for you, which is a big deal. Jerry Jones is regarded incredibly high within the NFL organization. When he went up against the owners, stuck out, put his name up, tried to get that suspension reduced, said that that's not, Zeke, like Zeke's innocent. He was putting his reputation on the line for you, Zeke. And the second you came back from that suspension, you should have been on a last, oh God. Like, stop fucking up, Zeke. Like, just show up and play. So he, again this summer, shoves a security guard, doesn't get in trouble, but was getting investigated yet again for off-the-field issues. You get cleared, and then you just don't show up to practice and you hold out to your owner, who has done nothing but have your back, for all intents and purposes, was actually going to pay you. Like, Zeke doesn't seem to understand that if he was in just look at Melvin Gordon's situation. Melvin Gordon has been just as productive, has had no off-the-field issues, and the Chargers aren't going to pay him because he's a running back. Zeke is lucky enough to have been drafted 4th overall. He's lucky enough to have been paid because he was drafted so high. And, one second, no one was open. Jerry has, put his reputation on the line, and you just decide after, getting in the news for the wrong reasons yet again, that you're going to put your middle finger to Jerry Jones. And I missed this field goal because I'm livid. But Zeke, oh my God, just show up to practice and play. You're going to get paid, dude. Jerry Jones, up until you held out, would have paid you. But now you've pissed him off, and you've given him a reason to sit there and be like, why, maybe we don't need Zeke. And the second he does that, every single football head in that building is going to tell him that they have all these contracts. They got Dak, they got Byron Jones, they got Jalen Smith, they got Amari Cooper. The football heads in that building are going to tell him, well, you know, if you're kind of sick of Zeke, we don't need him. We can replace him, like, very easily. And the second he hears that, he's going to be like, you know what, you're right. Fuck Zeke. I'm tired of him. So he has completely ruined, in my opinion, the chances of getting that contract with Dallas. And that's why when I tweeted about it, I was like, well, have fun playing for the fucking Dolphins or something, dude. Like, enjoy the rest of your career for a nobody team that's willing to pay a running back. He had it absolutely perfect. He's like a spoiled little white girl that, you know, has a couple things go wrong and just expects to be, you know, handed everything on a silver plate. Like, dude, you have fucked up more than enough. Like, you do not deserve to hold out. It pisses me off. And everyone's like, oh, Zeke, go get your money. And it's not even comparable to the Le'Veon Bell situation, because Le'Veon Bell was a second-round pick. Hadn't made the money Zeke's made. Hadn't been in trouble with the law. Didn't have an owner that had stuck his neck out for him. Oh, Tua. You can't miss that. I guess we're kicking it. But honestly, if I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm, in a way, Yannick Ngakoue he's got a reason to hold out, because the Jags, oh god, that's picked. Tua, come on, man. He's missed so many throws today. We're not going to win this game, it doesn't look like. Oh, we got the ball right back. All right, good job, D. Ngakoue holdout makes sense. I mean, I'd be pretty pissed if I was him, because, oh, AJ, one-on-one. Let's go. Let's call timeout. I'll answer that question in just a second. ESBN. What was I saying? Ngakoue. One second. That's out of bounds. That's fine. I don't want Humphrey picking me off again. Ngakoue was a mid-round pick, has killed it for the Jags. He deserves everything that D Ford got, Frank Clark. He deserves that money. Oh god, that was risky. And they just drafted Josh Allen. Like, they got Calais Campbell. They seem to have just drafted a replacement for Yannick Ngakoue with Josh Allen. So he's pissed. I get that. They gave all that money to Nick Foles. Like, he's like, you know what? Freaking Jaguars, I've been out here killing it. Getting sacks, helping this defense, which is the reason we've won games, and you've given the fucking money to Blake Bortles and Nick Foles. Like, fuck you, pay me. I get it. I totally get it from Yannick Ngakoue. Like, he's like, hell, I'll go play quarterback if you're giving any Joe Schmo quarterback $80 million.